Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is عيسى Muhammad Hafiz. I study at DMES. This project was monitored by my math teacher, Mr. Mahmoud, and I'm going to be talking about logarithms. Before I get started, the tools I used are Desmos. It's a open source graphing calculator anyone can use online. There's also an app. And Microsoft PowerPoint and Microsoft Paint. All three of these were used. So what is a logarithm? It is a function just like sine and cosine, and it can be used to solve equations, especially when there is a number raised to x or a function raised to x and you need to find the value of x. It can be really useful when doing equations like those. The notation of a logarithmic function basically goes as follows. Log of base b of a equals c, which is the same as saying b raised to c is equal to a. And you should note that when b is equal to 10, we do not write the 10 at the base of the log, which is right under g, only when it's equal to 10. Now let's use the formula we just took a look at and solve a few equations. Alright, now let's just solve a few equations. I have the formula written down here in case you cannot remember. So let's start. We can see that we have 2 raised to x equals 3, which is the same as b raised to c equals a. So we can just simply replace it with log sub b of a equals c. So it would be log base 2 of 3 equals x, which in turn is the same as x equals log base 2 of 3, which is approximately equal to 1.584. Alright, now let's just move to the second problem, which is log of x equals 2. And like I mentioned, if there is no number in the base, it's going to be automatically equal to 10. So log base 10, in this case, of x equals 2. We can rewrite it in this form, which would be x equals 10 squared, which is equal to x equals 100. Alright, now let's just talk about some properties of the logarithm. So, one property of the logarithm, which is log sub a of x times y, which is the same as saying the log base a of x plus the log sub a of y. But if it is division, instead of adding, we just minus, like we subtract. And in this case, where x is raised to p, it's the same as saying p times the log of log sub a of x. And also we can break down the log sub b of x to equal log sub a, and in this case a can be any number of x divided by log base A of B. Note that A can be any number except for 1. And in the case that log base A of x equals log base A of y, then it means that x is equal to y, because they are the same thing. Thank you for listening to this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it and learned at least one thing new. And I hope to bring another lesson forth for you to understand the topic from. Thank you very much. Goodbye.